Election Day is less than 3 months away. We're joined by President Trump's 2020 National Press Secretary, Hogan Gidley. And Hogan, the latest polls show that Biden is leading the president. First of all, my question to you is, do polls matter, and what is being done? What will it take to bring the president's numbers back?
Well, it depends on the poll. And the ones you're referencing now are just complete junk. The president said that many times. And I'll give you a great example. Exit polling in 2016, for reference, actually polled 36% rather, Democrats. The poll you're talking about polled 46% Democrats. So it literally jumped 10 percentage points. Now, the reason so many pollsters do this is to, quite frankly, depress some of the turnout, suppress excitement or enthusiasm for Donald Trump. But that's just not going to happen in this case. And we see that because when the numbers came out about actually registering to vote, the GOP far outpaced the Democratic Party. People want to get out and vote for this president because they know what he was able to do in rebuilding this economy. He's done it once, he'll do it again. They understand the bold, decisive leadership with coronavirus. When you compare and contrast that with Joe Biden, the choice is very clear. And what I like to say is, you don't have to guess what an economy would look like under Joe Biden. We saw it for 8 years. It was depressed wages. It was 60,000 manufacturing plants closed. 700,000 from his NAFTA decision alone left America. 3.5 million went directly to China, hurting the American worker, hurting the American middle class. And Donald Trump came back in, added 7 million jobs in the first 3 years, 500,000 manufacturing jobs, cut taxes, cut regulations, and we saw an economy historic in nature. Highs that we've never seen before in my lifetime, and it's been an exciting turnaround. And we don't want to go back to the way things were. So the polling right now is fake, but elections come down to choices. And in this one, the choice is clear: Donald Trump.
Now, considering all of that, why is the president getting so much pushback from the opposing party? Why is it that he's created millions of jobs, yet he cannot seem to get any kind of footing with the Democratic Party?
Well, look, I think the last election shocked a lot of people. And the president, when he was a candidate, he actually blew right through that blue wall that everyone thinks is so rock solid for Democrats. He got a lot from the left to come on board and support him. You saw just recently, in fact, a police union come out and support Donald Trump, who supported Joe Biden and Barack Obama the previous 2 elections. So the shift is still ongoing. The American people understand, regardless of what party you're in, whether you're African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, women, they all saw massive jobs increased in those particular areas under this president. Regardless of race, religion, color, or creed, this president wants you to succeed, and so he puts policies in place to do that. That cuts across party lines. The real question for the Democrats is, why do they want to keep their candidate, their standard bearer, in a basement? I mean, they do it for 53 days at a time. When he actually does come out, he makes weird statements about, children rubbing his leg hair and talking about all types of odd policies, defunding the police, et cetera. So it's pretty clear they like to keep Joe Biden in a basement. They like to keep him scripted. This president is for all of the American people. He's proven that time and time again.
And how is he going to make inroads with the voters here in South Carolina? I know Vice President Mike Pence, he was recently visiting with Governor Henry McMaster. So what are some of the issues that the president needs to focus on to win over voters here in the South?
Well, look, I think all the issues that this president ran on, they were promises made, of course, in the campaign. Now we can run as promises kept. What he did for the economy, of course, what he did for the military, rebuilding the military, $2 trillion he spent. So now we have new ammunition, we have new guns, we have new tanks, we have new missiles. What he did in Israel, moving the embassy. A lot of politicians talked about that for decades. This president actually did it. He remade the judiciary. And let's not forget the trade deals. We talked about NAFTA previously with Joe Biden, how that crippled this country. He came back in and had new trade deals with Japan, with China, the United States, Canada, Mexico agreement as well, replacing NAFTA, actually spawning on hundreds of billions of dollars to the GDP of this country, hundreds of thousands of new jobs. This is an incredible story that this president has written for himself here. We understand 95% of the news coverage is negative against him. It's our job to get out there and tell the American people exactly what he's done. I do think it is significant, though, because of our online presence. We have now seen 1.1 billion views of our various platforms. That is something that no one ever thought possible. We've done it here on the campaign because people want to get to know what this president has been about, what he is about, and what he's going to do. And the way to do that right now, a lot of times, is virtually. So we're doing that for sure. I just want to make one more point about that. With an unannounced teletown hall series, this president pulled in 4.5 million views with 5 phone calls over the weekend. Joe Biden comes out and touts everything he's going to do online. It's a big ramp up for it. He doesn't get half a million to watch his stuff. So that tells me a significant point, which is Donald Trump's voters will crawl across broken glass to vote for him and to support him. Joe Biden's supporters won't even click on a link to watch him on TV. That's a big, significant enthusiasm gap, and we expect to ride that to victory in November.
Hogan, I want to thank you so much for your time. I think we've run out of time, but you've given us a lot to chew on here.
Thanks so much. I always appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We're back after this.